Okay, so I got a message on from someone called Maxine on Facebook saying that about Kim and Mikey's YouTube channel, latest news video they've done about Australia, and paedophile sex offenders in Australia are not allowed on any video meetings with children, and they're not allowed. Paedophiles aren't allowed to go to places with public places with children. So anyway, we're in England. There was a paedophile in our congregation. When the lockdown started, we only had Zoom to get to the meetings, which we were wanting to do at that time before we were shat on from a great height by the elder scumbags. We realised the paedophile wasn't an elder. We realised the paedophile was going to be on Zoom. Nothing was said to him not being on there. So we decided, you know what? We're not going on it. And the elder said, well, you two go on it and leave the kids out. My children cried because they couldn't do their items. Then we had to use the link and it was crap. And the paedophile was on the nice Zoom the whole time enjoying these meetings. And we'd done nothing wrong, pushed aside to go on a link. We had to do the memorial on the link and it just crackled, and it was the worst experience I fucking had in 10 years of being a Jehovah's fucking stupid Jehovah's Witness. And that was it. We stopped. It was the icing on the cake. An elder told me in confidence that the paedophile had struggled with sexual thoughts about children. That's what he told me. Those were his exact words. He would come near the children. He would break his restrictions. He's just been to Thailand. As far as I know, he's been twice since he moved to our congregation. That's been about 3 years. Twice in 3 years, he's gone to Thailand, which you know why paedophiles go to Thailand. He came into our congregation about 3 years ago because of the restrictions he didn't like in his old congregation. He had a tag. He'd been to prison. He'd come off the sex offenders list, went to Thailand, joined our congregation, and then we were told by an elder who shouldn't have told me. He left the congregation, and it's downhill from there. A lot of lies told to us as a family, and the paedophile was there to roam. The elder that told me said he went to the police station. Well, apparently the elder that told me that the man was a paedophile that shouldn't have told me, he went to the police station and said, what should we do? And they said, he's not on our radar anymore. So there's nothing I can do. I can't go to the police or anything because it's my word against anyone else's. They could say, well, he's an ex-sex offender. But I know, an elder told me he struggles with sexual thoughts about children. And that this was from the elder that was assigned to deal with him. And funnily enough, out of all the groups, ministry groups that we had now in our thing, we had young children, and they put the paedophile in our group. Thanks, elders. We love having a paedophile in our ministry group. You fucking idiots. And the paedophile didn't show any remorse or anything. He'd come to the children. He'd moan about any restrictions, if there was any slight restrictions on him. And the elder said they were worried about the paedophiles pressing charges against them for like defamation, I suppose, or if you'd call it that. But yeah, hopefully Kim and Mikey, you see this and you can use some of it. If you watch my other videos, you can see why we left.
Yeah.
The crap we've been through, the amount of stories we have over 10 years.
Yeah.
Women, wives getting beaten and kicked out of the congregation. The family aren't allowed to talk to them, and their husbands who have beaten their wives who remain elders, and the amount of people we know who have been abused, or they know someone who's been abused in their family and they've struggled with it in the past, and the paedophiles are still in the organisation. It's disgusting. It's everywhere. We found out the other day there's 2 paedophiles in the congregation that we came out of. There's one in our congregation. Who knows how many paedophiles there are, all hidden away nicely. There we go. Hopefully it all comes to light. Hopefully the media catches on to it and it goes out there, because it's sick. It's just wrong. So yeah, I'll put a link to this on Kim and Mikey's comments and see if they see it. I don't know. But that was our story. Why we basically the icing on the cake. There was a paedophile on Zoom, and the elders didn't seem to see anything wrong with it. We tried to explain. You can hit a space bar with, you know. I mean, you watching this video now, you can't see what my hands are doing. See, I'm doing all different things with my hands. I'm sticking my fingers up. I'm sticking both fingers up on each side. See, so you didn't know I was doing that. He could be on Zoom, clicking space bars, taking pictures of kids, and then imposing them on other things. You know what fucking paedophiles are like. You know what other people do. It's wrong. I'd like to slash his tyres and burn him in his car because he's a paedophile. And he's not locked up. And they're knocking on people's doors, inviting them to come to the hall. So yeah, I will be intervening with that. Trust me, 100%. I see any witnesses talking to fucking families with kids, I'm going to go up to their door and say, excuse me, I've just left that congregation because he's a paedophile. Yeah, so it's all good. Just a quick second video because I just wanted to talk about that. But yeah, there's nothing I can do. I can't tell the police. I can't tell the police about it if it's happened because my word against them, because he's not on their radar, he's not on the sex offenders list. And an elder just told me that he was a sex offender, and all the experience we've been through proves he is definitely a paedophile. There's no doubt about it. The guy's been to prison, he's a tag, he's just been a good boy who goes to Thailand twice since he's been off the sex offenders list. Wonder what he did in Thailand. Why did he go to Thailand of all places? Let me know what you think in the comments.